Hi, everyone. I'm delighted to be joining you for this year's virtual CAMC Business Achievement Awards 2020. Usually, we'd be celebrating together, enjoying time spent with familiar colleagues and friends, and making new ones. Things are clearly different this year, and I hope you're still finding ways to connect, share perspectives, and learn from one another through forums like this, even though we can't be in the same room. As a major purchaser of goods and services, we at RBC recognize the tremendous impact we have on the supplier community where we operate. And conversely, we also recognize the supplier community's impact on the products and services that RBC delivers. We've been committed to promoting supplier diversity within our organization in the markets where we operate for a long time. Our efforts have been focused on a number of strategic initiatives, including building relationships with key stakeholder groups, leading mentorship events and programs, creating procurement opportunities through a fair sourcing process, building an inclusive supply chain, and establishing RBC's diverse supplier baseline spend. We're a proud founding member and sponsor of CAMC, having worked with the organization since 2004. And I'd like to sincerely thank and acknowledge the tremendous work that Cassandra and the entire CAMC team do each and every day. They continue to help, support, and guide diverse suppliers in the marketplace that are creating new opportunities for diverse business groups to succeed and thrive. This year has also been marked by defining moments in our shared history. The pandemic, yes, but also the undeniable cry for racial justice. The demand for the end of systemic racism has never been clearer, and the responsibility of purpose-led organizations never been greater. It's vital that the momentum behind this important movement is translated into meaningful and sustained change, and ultimately increased opportunities for Black, Indigenous, and people of color across Canada. At RBC, we recognize that not only is it required to purposely and deliberately create new opportunities for BIPOC individuals in the communities where we live and work, it's also a business imperative. Acknowledging systemic racism is the first step, but we need to take intentional, continued, and purposeful action to counter it. In early July, we made a public commitment to address systemic racism through an action plan focused on key pillars where we believe we can have the greatest impact. Our actions were designed with three key constituencies in mind: our clients, our communities, and our employees, and they were informed by those same groups. Specifically, we recognize the opportunity to address systemic racism against BIPOC through three key areas: enabling economic growth and wealth creation, investing in the future, and redefining inclusive leadership. I want to go a bit deeper on enabling economic growth and wealth creation because it's an area where organizations like CAMC and other supplier diversity councils have an important role to play. Small businesses form an integral part of our economic engine. Not only does entrepreneurship enable economic growth, but it creates opportunities for generational wealth creation and greater economic mobility. We know that access to capital is one of the biggest challenges cited by Black business owners, which is why, alongside our existing commitment to Indigenous communities, we're committing $100 million over 5 years in small business loans to Black entrepreneurs. But we also know entrepreneurs who have access to a broad network of support from experts and mentors have greater success. To enable a higher degree of success, we're also establishing a program to bring business, marketing, and digital experts together with community leaders to share ideas and best practices to advance growth for Black-owned businesses. This is just one of the ways RBC is looking to make a difference. And I encourage you to think about the role you can also play as a mentor to another entrepreneur, as a more active member of CAMC, or by looking at the diversity of your own workforce. The challenges we're facing today are new. We've never encountered them before. Spending habits are shifting, consumer behavior has changed, and there are uncertainties yet ahead of us. But you've navigated the challenges of entrepreneurship. You've taken risks and reaped hard-earned rewards. That doesn't make these challenges easier, but it makes you more resilient. And in your resiliency, let's not forget that even when we're apart, we're stronger when we stand together. Congratulations to all of the winners, and thank you once again to CAMC for continuing to lead the way.